So I was trying to think of something to talk about today, and I thought something that might be of interest is what it's like to almost die. I've actually had about 7 or 8 near-death experiences, almost drowning while whitewater kayaking. I've been in 2 car rollovers. I hit an antelope once at 75 miles an hour on my motorcycle. I've had a number of close calls. In fact, probably if I went through, I could think of 9. And they say if you go through 9 near-death experiences, you get 9 more. Sort of like, cat has 9 lives. At any rate, here's my experience on some of these. I'll speak specifically to the drowning ones. I almost drowned 3 times. First time I tried to see how far I could swim underwater when I was a kid, and I passed out underwater. And my brother screamed. I was like 6 or 7 years old. My brother screamed. My mom dragged me out of the water and gave me artificial resuscitation and I think CPR even. And what I remember when I came to, when I slid just before I went unconscious, it was really sweet. It was like just this sweet taste in my mouth, and then I just kind of slowly passed out. Not slowly, like in the course of 2 seconds, I felt this sweet taste, and then the whole world just kind of went blank, and then I was out. And then the next thing I remember, I wake up and I'm on the side of the pool. I'm looking up, and it was like, when you turn up the chroma keys on the old color TV sets and everything looks ethereal and things are ultra bright and glowy. Well, that's what it was like. Um, Another time I almost drowned in a kayaking accident. Got caught in a hole, and I kept recirculating and recirculating, and I couldn't get up to the surface. And I remember at one point actually thinking, this is not a bad way to go. I'm on the river I love. I'm doing a sport I love. There was just sort of this feeling of peace. But I really still wanted to get out of there, and I was able to fight my way back to the surface. Oh, but boy, it was close. I felt like I was breathing water in those last few seconds. Um, and then the third time, but that so there was again there was a peaceful feeling just before almost blanking out. The third time I was on it was a kayaking. I got caught upside down on an eddy line and I couldn't roll, and I'd inadvertently put the grab loop in the skirt, which basically meant I couldn't get out of an upside down kayak. And I started to panic. It's like, oh my God, I can't pull that out. I can't roll. I've got to get out of this boat. And I didn't know how. And the clock was on. I mean, I started to feel that I knew I had enough energy left for maybe one more try. And I couldn't think of how to pop the skirt. So my mind just raced through the option and was like, okay, I got 2 options here. I can either apply pressure on the front of the boat with my knees and try to pop the skirt in the front, or I can try to pop it in a corner by putting all my muscle into it that way. And I figured I could put more muscle with my whole upper body than with my knees. So I tried for that, and fortunately I got out. But that was a panicky one. So here's what my feeling is. My experience is when you have a near-death experience, it's actually relevant to the situation. If you're kind of panicky going into it, then it's going to be panicky and pretty traumatic when you slip over to the other side. But if you just go into peace while you're there, then you'll probably find peace all the way through when you go. So that's it for tonight. I'll think about some of the other ones too, and maybe I'll go into one in detail. But it's situation specific. All right, that's it for now. Day 25. Good luck, everyone. We're only 6 days away.